Okay, ready? So we'll do it together. Ho, ho, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha. Yay! Yay! Okay.
Well, Lab Theater was conceived at the end of last fall. I was really frustrated with the fact that there's just not a lot of acting classes for people in the BA acting program. So I wanted to take it up on myself to try and create a forum where people who are serious about acting could go and work on their craft and really explore different areas of performance. And that's how the Lab Theater was born. I chose the name Lab because I was really inspired by the group theater, and the Lab was the first theater that Joan Crawford and Harold Clurman were a part of, where they met before they went and formed the group. Crafting is pretty much imagination. Crafting is where an actor goes back into his mind and thinks of his own personal experiences and tries to use them in order to better create and enrich the characters that they're working with in the scene or on the text or in performance. You use past relationships, past history, in order to get a better idea of what you're working with in the space. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly the same experience, but what you have in your life can definitely enrich and aid. I mean, substitution, those same feelings that you might have to bring up in the scene are shared with other experiences. You just need to be able to find how you were able to bring those up.
Girl that I had always hated, like who liked someone who was a jerk, and like I couldn't believe how I had made excuses so much, and like I'm not stupid, and it changed the way like I thought about myself, because I was like, how could you let someone, I don't know, how could you make excuses for someone after they keep doing this, and like you still don't care, you would still take them back, like I would still, it's like sick to me, but it's true, like I would still take him back if he came tomorrow. He was like, I screwed up, like whatever, like that's scary to me, like really scary.
Workshops, we have had the privilege of having an individual from the MFA program, from the visual arts program, come and help us and work with us. And his name is Jorge Fifi. He's really a brilliant individual. He did a workshop with us about sense memory. So that was all about smelling different things and thinking about what comes up for us. And we really went far with it in creating these stories, these monologues based on these old sense memories. Another workshop we did was a laughing workshop, which was a lot of fun. My uncle actually does this, so he came in and did it with us. Pretty much just laugh for an hour, doing different different activities to really try and ground us and really release everything. It's very, very draining by the end, just because you're laughing. It's very tiring. It was cool. We did yoga with us also. That's what we've been working on so far. Lab's first performance piece, The Body in Pain, an exploration of fear in motion. This piece sort of developed out of a lot of work we've been doing this past semester. We started with this performance piece idea, an individual piece idea, where everyone would be working with their worst fear. Now, what that meant was that everyone's crafting would reflect this intense, visceral response they'd have to certain stimuli. And it just snowballed from there. The work that came out of it was more brilliant than we thought possible. And what ended up coming out were these really intense, emotional monologues that just came out of concentrating on our crafting. So we decided to run with it and actually create these longer pieces for everyone. And then we discovered that we could really do some interesting ensemble also, back to the sense memory piece and atmosphere pieces, things like that. So we all wanted to keep it based on the theme of working with fear. So we created this piece very, very minimalist. Where the only set device used is light. I mean, we're working with this balance between light and dark. And what we have now is this very interesting, a long piece consisting of both personal, individual pieces interlaced with these ensemble pieces. And at the same time, I'll incorporate values. And this is going to be performed in a couple of weeks, and we're all very excited.
Want to have them interspersed.
Very interesting to see how it goes over.
I think so.
I think that would
yeah,
work.
to break them up.
Yeah.
Art is far from being just this nonsense, this useless dribble that people do for fun. People have said it is. Oscar Wilde said it was. But what it brings up for the individuals who create it and the individuals who see it is something far greater, and that's something I've only discovered very recently in life. I can't be doing anything else with myself in my future or in my present life. I'm gonna die early, I know that already, just because I'm a fucking wreck all the time. Just producing and producing, but it becomes obsessive. And the people I've worked with are the same way. And it's just very beautiful to see that in other people and how they work with you. It's very rewarding. And I wouldn't trade this life for anything. And I really hope Lab teaches those who are in it the same